Welcome to the Daily Message. Today I want to offer a brief reflection on some of the verses in the first reading for today's liturgy. In these verses, we hear Paul's remembrance of an early liturgy when he says this: "The cup of blessing that we bless, is it not a participation in the blood of Christ? The bread that we break, is it not a participation in the body of Christ? Because the loaf of bread is one, we, though many, are one body, for we all partake of the one loaf." A couple of comments about those verses. First of all, these might be the earliest verses that recall the liturgy of the earliest Christians, in which they shared the bread and cup, in which they reenacted what had happened at the Last Supper. These verses actually predate the gospel versions of the Last Supper, and so they're very precious in the history of the church. But my main comment has to do with the word that appears twice in those verses. The word is participation. Paul is telling us that when we drink of the cup, we are participating in the blood of Christ. When we share the Eucharist, the body of Christ, we are participating in the body of Christ. We've been taught through the years that when Jesus died on the cross, when he gave us his body and blood, that's something that Christ did for us. I want to invite us to think about this in another way, in terms of participation. And so that which Christ did in dying on the cross is the same thing that we are asked to do. We are asked to share our body and our blood in love and service with one another. The theological term for this is participatory atonement. That Jesus did what he did and asks us to do the same in imitation. In other words, to participate in his passion and death by the way we freely and lovingly share our body and blood with each other. Thank you once again for watching. Have a great day, and please stay safe, stay healthy.